Hands it off, now!
Why? What did I do?
No, turn it off, now!
Okay, it's off.
Hands up! Don't move! My hands are up! Open the door! Get out of the car, now!
This video does not start with violence. It starts with a voice that doesn't ask, a voice that doesn't explain, a voice that only commands. It was 6:41 p.m. on a weekday evening in Fresno, California. Still daylight, traffic building, people watching from a distance. The officer behind the camera is Officer Daniel Harper. 14 years on the force, multiple commendations, no recent discipline. The man inside the car is Miguel Torres, 37 years old, warehouse employee, no outstanding warrants. This was supposed to be a routine stop, but routine stops don't sound like this. Turn the engine off now. That's the first command. Not sir, not please, not for your safety. Just now. Miguel hesitates, and that hesitation is everything. Because in modern policing, hesitation is not neutral. Hesitation is read as resistance. Miguel asks a question, just one. Why? What did I do? That question changes the temperature, because questions challenge control, and control is the real objective here. No, turn it off now. This is the moment escalation begins, not because of a weapon, not because of movement, because authority was questioned. The engine clicks off. Silence. Red and blue lights wash over the glass again and again. Officer Harper doesn't step back. He steps closer. The chest camera tilts downward slightly as his body leans in. This is a dominance posture. Police are trained on distance. Closing distance is deliberate. Hands up, don't move. Miguel complies instantly. Hands high, higher than necessary. You can hear his breathing. Fast, shallow. Fear has entered the scene. This is where people watching later will argue. Some will say Miguel should have complied faster. Others will say the officer escalated too quickly. But the camera doesn't argue. It documents. And what it documents is pressure. Pure pressure. Miguel speaks again. My hands are up. He's not arguing. He's trying to reassure. But reassurance doesn't matter once escalation has started. Officer Harper's voice gets louder, sharper. Open the door, get out of the car, now. This is the most dangerous command in the entire stop, because get out of the car is the point of no return. Once a driver exits, control becomes physical. Once control becomes physical, mistakes become permanent. Miguel freezes. This is important. Freeze is not refusal. Freeze is a fear response. But fear looks exactly like defiance through a Bodycam lens. The officer repeats himself, louder, angrier, now. The Bodycam shakes slightly as Harper adjusts his stance. That shake matters, because it tells you adrenaline is high, and adrenaline reduces patience. This is how encounters turn into headlines, not instantly, gradually, through tone, through repetition, through ego. Miguel's hands tremble. He tries to explain, I'm scared. Those words don't slow anything down. Fear does not de-escalate authority. Fear often accelerates it, because fear makes people unpredictable, and unpredictability makes officers nervous. Officer Harper interrupts. No talking. Get out. This is where communication collapses. No explanation, no clarification, just orders. Miguel moves one hand slightly toward the door, just inches. That movement triggers another spike. No, don't reach. Now both men are operating on fear. Harper fears losing control. Miguel fears losing his life. and the camera keeps rolling. Because body cameras don't stop when things become uncomfortable. They stop when batteries die or when supervisors turn them off. This one stays on. And that's why this footage matters. Because nothing dramatic happens. No punches, no shots fired. Just pressure. And pressure is enough to destroy trust. People watching this later will ask, why didn't the officer explain? Why didn't the driver comply faster? Why didn't someone slow this down? The answer is simple. Because escalation feeds itself. Once authority is challenged, every command becomes louder, every pause becomes suspicious, and every movement becomes a threat. Officer Harper believed he was maintaining control. Miguel believed he was surviving. Those two beliefs collided at the driver's side door. Eventually, a second officer arrives off camera. The tone shifts slightly, not because the danger changed, but because witnesses arrived. Authority behaves differently when observed. Miguel is removed from the car. No contraband is found, no weapon, no arrest. The stop ends, but the damage doesn't. Because this footage doesn't disappear. It gets uploaded, shared, commented on, slowed down frame by frame, analyzed by people who were not there. Some will defend the officer, some will condemn him. But the camera doesn't pick sides. It shows one thing clearly: how fast a situation can become hostile without anyone breaking the law. This is the part no one wants to talk about. Escalation is not always about danger. Sometimes it's about control. Sometimes it's about tone. Sometimes it's about an officer having a bad day and a driver asking the wrong question. And when that happens on camera, the consequences are permanent. Officer Harper wrote his report that night. Professional, justified, by the book. Miguel went home shaken, unable to sleep, replaying the voice in his head. Now. That word sticks, because it wasn't about compliance, it was about power. This video doesn't tell you who is right. It shows you something more important. How thin the line really is between routine and chaos, between command and fear, between going home and becoming a statistic. And the most dangerous part, nothing illegal happened. Just a voice, just a command, just 15 seconds that could have ended very differently.